Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Rundown Innsbruck. I've got long to do this today. I'm a bit behind schedule here. 2 minutes 20 to go. So let's have a quick look and see if I can get the link out here. There. And there. We're off. Okay. All right, 2 minutes to go. Welcome along to Zwift Classics. This is, where are we? Round 6? No, round 5. I don't know. Lose track of where we are. Round 6. Now we're on Innsbruck today, over in Austria for the World Championships 2018 course. It's not the whole course. It's just the loop around the town. It's an interesting little loop. Features a hill called the Leg Snapper. So that's what's going to be kind of dominating this. We're doing 3 laps. And so we do the Leg Snapper 3 times. The lead in at the beginning is right by the entrance. So there's no big sort of extra bit like we did last week in Watopia. And yeah, looks like a lot of these people are same people as last week. Crucially, I'm not feeling that great today. I've had some stomach issues all day. So I'm not really feeling like I'm going to compete, which is a shame because this is the one race of the races that are left where I really feel like I've got a chance. Next week, we are doing an enormous mountain twice or a huge great hill twice. And then the final one is flat in London. Next week's Bologna and then London. So this is really my last chance with a sort of a good hill. It takes about 1 minute and 10 to get up this hill if you really stamp it out. Those of you who've been watching previous weeks will know. This is some familiar names here. There's Hayes, remember him from week 1. There's a few other people there that we know, but Matt Bourne from Canada, who won last week, is here again. He's the one with the extraordinary sprint. Far stronger than anyone else in the group. I'm actually the second strongest in the group, apparently, although my sprint is more for an uphill. He's here. So if I'm somehow able to stay with the group, and here we go, let's get started. If I'm somehow able to stay with the group, and we are able to make a half-decent stab at the hill, I suspect the driving purpose of everything we do here is going to be to try to dispose of Matt Bourne. Anyway, on we go onto the circuit. Right at the back. Hopefully it's not going to be crazy. 30 people today. So similar, slightly up on last week. I said stomach's not been good. I may not last 5 minutes. We'll see. If I do last, then we're expecting the race to be between 45 and 50 minutes. So, see how it goes. I'd like to give it at least one go up the hill, up the old Leg Snapper. I've quite a way through the town before we get there. It's hard already. About 2 miles before we get to the Leg Snapper, maybe 3 miles. Let's have a look. Anyway, riding as a group so far, no one's gone crazy. Heart rate, 164, okay. It's good. I did a recon ride for this on Sunday when Innsbruck was one of the worlds you can go to. I did the whole thing, 3 laps, and couldn't get going. My body was just not right. Heart rate wouldn't go up. Told. First time up the Leg Snapper was okay. Did it 108. I'm just equaling my best time. Second and third time, just didn't have it. Second time it was like I was going through treacle or something. I felt like I was putting the effort out, but it didn't move much anyway. So maybe something wrong with the bike, the trainer. Anyway, we'll see. I've recalibrated it for today, but honestly, not feeling great. There's Matt Bourne on the front, and there's me on the front. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Last week, ran out of steam, do you remember? Top of that final hill before running down to the finish. Matt Bourne won with his ridiculous sprint. But I looked at the replay and I spent an awful lot of that final lap out on the front with my nose in the wind. And having watched these races, these Innsbruck races, this series today, this is the America's East. So they have them like in Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, and through the day through Europe. And then this is the final series of the day. So I watched the New Zealand one and 3 of the Europe ones. And it was all about people who were hiding away in the group, not putting their nose in the wind. So I mustn't miss breaks. But also, unlike last week, I'm not going to see it as my responsibility to bring a break back. Of course, all this may be moot if my body's not up to it. I've lost a lot of water today. I put it back, but not feeling 100%. All right, swinging round towards the edge of the city. If you go straight on there, that roundabout, you end up on this huge mountain. This is Austria, after all. Okay. Again, easy, easy. Take it easy. No rush. And also I'm trying to maybe spin a bit more, use a lower gear most of the way around and save that big sprinting energy for the leg snapper hill when it comes. Very, very curious to see how this group attacks the hill, or if it does. This is C5, category 5, out of 6. They have 1 through 6 that they put you in, depending on your ability. I've been near the top of category 5. Right. So there are other categories available if I get to move up. So far, despite doing well in the last 2 races, it hasn't moved me up. That's fine. Not sure how I do in category 4. Anyway. Oh. Heart rate 165. Everyone's taking this very easy. Anyway, yeah, I'm interested to see how they take the hill. This being a lower category, are people going to be scared of it? I don't know. Not far from it now. We're going to go through the town centre, then over a little bridge, and then it's the hill. We've got some cobbles coming, which I hope is not too loud in the audio. There's not a lot I can do about that at this point, so I've set it wrong. Anyway, let's see what's happening here. Got people off the front. It's in a good place to go off the front, I don't think. We'll either catch them on the hill, or I don't want to be at the front. Maybe they'll win. Oh, is that Matt Bourne off the front? That's our sprinter. Okay, why is he going off the front? Is he afraid of this hill? Or does he just think he's gonna whip us all completely? That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's 1 rider off the front, and that's Matt Bourne, last week's winner. 4 seconds. Now, the group is almost always faster than the individual in Zwift, even for someone with Matt Bourne's strength. And Matt Bourne's strength is explosive sprinting. 15-second sprints. Not 1 minute efforts even. He was in that Richmond race 2 weeks ago. Didn't make it up the first 3 hills with the leading group. I think he's aware of that. How does this compare with the Richmond Hills? It's longer than 23rd Street and Libby Hill. Not as long as like that regular drag that they have. As I said, bottom to top, 108 is my record. Here's the cobbles. Let's see. Is Matt Bourne away? No, he's coming back. They've got him. They caught him. Good. All right, first time then. Swing left. Come off the cobbles, swing right over the bridge, and then we'll snap those legs. Up the leg snapper. What's going to happen? Are people going to go crazy? First time up? Or are we going to sit back and stay as a group? Pace is rising. Let's see. Do I have anything in the tank? Still not feeling great. Let's see. Okay. First time. Up the leg snapper. Let's spin it. So far, no attackers. Okay. There are some good climbers in this group, by the way. Talk about that when we get to the top. Halfway up. You can see the top. It's almost a hairpin. Now, when you get to the top, it's actually a good place to accelerate if you've got any energy left. Maybe third time round will do it. The idea here is just to drop people, get the group smaller. Now at the top. There we go. And then over the top. Hit some power. Get the downhill going. Chance of a super tuck. Down. Super tuck. There's a second rise. Just a moment. I would say that's good use of the arrow. All right. Catching up with Hagstrom. Hey, fella. Come on. Everyone back together. Get this group back together. Down the hill, there'll be a sprint at the bottom. Like an official sprint with points. Probably won't contest. Here they come. And Matt Bourne is in the group. Matt Bourne did make it over the hill that first time. We have 2 more attempts to get rid of him. Otherwise he wins, basically. Sprinty time. Just in case there's a split. Let's get over there. And Matt Bourne with his sprint. Oh, not feeling good after that. Not feeling good. A little group here. Come on, let's catch them up. 4 ahead of us. 3. Sorry. Dangerous group as well. Bourne, Christy Delaire, who was the winner 2 weeks ago. Heaton, who I don't know. Matt Bourne says, I forgot how bad that climb is. On the other hand, feeling well enough to type. Maybe next time. Long run into the finish here. On the sprint, it's hard to know where to begin. Let's see. All right, groups together. There we go. Leading group. How many? Let's see, I'm 8. Oh, I don't know. Looks about 12 in the group. That's good. Everyone's taking a breather here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I drop to the back. Fowler is still here. Fowler, by the way, is an excellent climber. Alex Fowler. So there's 10 in the group. You're Bourne and Fowler behind me, and I'm in 8th. 10 in the group. Down from 30. Time for a drink. I think this is still the lead into the sprint. At the end of the race. Oh, I'm leading. I don't want to lead. Someone else lead. That's lap 1. 2 to go. Richard and Vita, they're 16 seconds back, plotting their recovery. See what happens. It's a group of 10. I'll save my van for the bridge. The big bridge coming up in a minute. That'll be a good place to get a little rest, break. Well, there's Barb K, we heard from last week. Lots of familiar names here, some new ones. Oh. Yeah, the bike pump is behind there somewhere. Good luck. There we go, there's Hannah on YouTube. She's about to go and ride her bike. Needs to pump up the tyres, and I've got this pump in here. All right, back of the group. Nobody sneaking off the front, I hope. Have fun. Real bike riding there. None of this indoor junk. She has to actually wear a helmet. Not like me, I wear a sweatband. Well, one time I did wear, when I had the duck, wore a duck on my head. That was a helmet. Because otherwise, it got too hot. I needed the evaporation holes. Then the duck went on top of the helmet. Anyway. All right, 10 in the group. Richard and Biter are now at 12 seconds, so they're catching up a bit. But given that the leg snapper killed them that first time, I would suspect they might struggle again. They put me at the front of the group, they're going to catch up. I'm not going to set any kind of pace, guys. This is lower category C's and upper category D's, remember. I'm still borderline between the two. So, oh, burrito. I forgot there's a burrito in this one. Pretty useless. Means no one can draft you for 10, 15 seconds. Well, in a group, I'm just going to be drafting someone else. But not a lot of use. And I suppose it would nullify my van if I put the van on. Talking of which, Not quite yet. One more corner and then I'll use the van. Give some thumbs up to these peoples. Who's around here? There you go. Bob goes to the front. It's a ride on. Ed Hudak. It's a ride on. Crash Heaton. What a name. Picture of a dog from Canada. That's the ride on. Harantua. Right on there. Well done. Patrick de Young, of course. 53 years old from Canada. Been around for most of these races. Hagstrom. Male, 37 years old. Profile picture is some kind of fractal. That looks like, oh, I'm at the front. Looks like a Christmas tree. Give him a ride on. Christy Dallaire, of course, winning 2 weeks ago. Right on there. Matt Bourne. Winner last week. Best sprinter in the group. Definite ride on. Alex Fowler, probably the best climber in the group. Right on there. Photo of Alex Fowler on the app has him doing what looks like cyclocross. Very serious stuff. Thomas Bater and Richard. I give them ride-ons as well. There we go. So back to the map. Excellent work, everyone. Ride-ons all around. Normally do it a bit further on in the race. Still not convinced I'm going to make another lap. We'll see. All right, 2% rise here. See that drafting boost. Stay alive. Little break. Oh yeah, this is nice. Heart rate coming down. What is it, 167? That's okay. Hagstrom's off again. Hagstrom was the guy who went up the hill. And then we caught him. The group's almost always going to be faster. Biter and Richard are 7 seconds behind. That tells me it's not just me taking it easy. I think everyone here is taking it easy. Apart from Hagstrom, who's gone off into the sunset there. Riding off into the night. With a gap of 5 seconds already. Yeah, Leung saying, got to deal with this. What shall we do? Given the hill and then the downhill, the group is going to be faster. Almost always. Unless, of course, the group's flipped. Don't everyone work as a group. Drafting is the key here. There we go. Through the town centre again. We'll drink. Oh, Matt Bourne's going to the front. Good. Who have we dropped? Well, we've dropped someone. Still 10. Okay. Yeah. So Hagstrom's little run didn't last. Bob K in that kind of turquoisey blue thing. There's Matt going to the front. Matt Bourne, the sprinter. He did this last time, remember? He went off the front and then came back right at the beginning of the hill and then moaned about how difficult the hill was. Curiouser and curiouser. All right, second time up the hill. Our second attempt of 3, basically to lose Matt Bourne. Otherwise he wins. So let's see what happens. We're going to go a bit harder this time. My problem is, 1, I'm not feeling good. 2, if I go on my own, I'll get caught. So 3, I need a group to go with me, but I don't know if they're willing. We need a group that doesn't include Matt Bourne. Let's see what happens. I think third time up, if I've got anything left in the tank, I will go full gas up the hill. Just not planning on it today. Haven't got the gas. Haven't got the stomach. Okay. So it's cobbles, swing left, swing right, over the bridge, and then it's the hill. Bit more liquid. tab. Lovely. So left, off the cobbles. Right. By the way, that thing on the bottom of the screen, that coloured bar, is my power. I'm expecting to see it go up when we go up this hill. I usually forget to put it on. It's not that I don't like it, I just forget. All right, hill time. Here we go, down a gear. See if we can lose Matt Bourne. Come on, guys. Matt's sitting in. Matt's gaining. Here he comes. Over the top. Super tuck. Come on, guys. Out on my own here. Not good. Get over this one. Here they come. So, second time in 3, failed to dislodge Matt Bourne. You come sprinting past me. Here they come. I have a bad feeling. That's it. I'm done. Oh no. I'm done. My stomach is telling me that's it. I'm going to be a DNF. Oh. Stomach says no. Head says yes, heart says yes. Stomach says no. All right. Not happening today. Gave it everything, but there's nothing left. Next week, well, the thing about Bologna is that it's hills. I don't see Matt Bourne making it up any hills. So, I'll keep an eye on this race and see who wins. Oh. But should we do that? Should we keep an eye on the race? Let's go and have a look and see what's happening. Oh. Here we go. I'm just going to follow this race as if I'm Nathan Guerra. And we'll... going on at the front then? So, Bourne is away on his own at the front now. Here we go. Who's he got behind him? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So that group did actually make the break, made the escape. So that's Heaton, Hagstrom, Bourne, Parento, and Fowler. Then at 17 seconds, you've got Christy Dallaire, Barb Kay, Patrick Leung. And then you've got this huge gap. Hudak's on his own at 26. Mendoza, 42. So yeah, that is really interesting. So let's see. They're going to come across the line here. We're looking at Matt Bourne. They're almost, are they at the line yet? Not quite. Oh, it's a little further up. They haven't quite got there yet. So they're not going massively quickly. So just curious to see what happens here. They'll probably come flying past me again in a minute, which I think is quite funny. Anyway, so 3 of them together, and then Fowler and Parento at 2 seconds. But actually, that looks quite a lot, doesn't it? When you look at it there, you think, well, they've got to raise their game. And interesting that. Now, what do we think is going to happen? Because this is one more time now up the big slope. 3 of them there together. Are they going to get caught? 1 lap to go. So here they go. 3 of them together. They're riding well. Portano and Parento, sorry, and Patrick Leung. Leung's been here every week. Parento's looks doing 3.3. Leung's only doing 1.8. Very interesting. You see they are catching though. Look, this is going to be a group of 5 over the finish line. So they're entering the last lap. That was the bell. Ding, 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 guys. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're still watching Matt Bourne, but let's swing around here and we'll look from behind. There they are. 5 of them together. Now, what is it to the next? This is Hagstrom, Heaton, Parento, Bourne, and Fowler. Or actually, yeah, there they are. And look, it's a huge gap now. Leung at 32. So this is it. This is the selection. So, frankly, it looks as if it's all about Matt Bourne getting up the hill. Of these people, I haven't seen Heaton's numbers. I know there was one other very good sprinter in the group, but I don't remember it being Heaton. Let's see. Fowler's a good climber, probably the best climber of this group. And so the others we don't know. That's just these 5. Then Christy Dallaire's in 6th, riding with Patrick, Barb, and Hudak's now caught up with them. So there's a group of 4 back there. Just have a quick look at them. So there's the 4 of them. That is, yeah, and that's the 2 ladies, the 2 guys. And I think there's a big gap. There's sort of 14, 15 seconds to Biter and the rest of them way the back. So that's the second group on the road. Okay, so let's go back and follow Matt Bourne again as they're going through Innsbruck for the last time. Under the bridge. This bit always seems to take a bit longer than it should, shouldn't it? So, Heaton in the lead. 2 of these guys got magnificent. 3 of them have got magnificent beards. It's quite ridiculous. Anyway, there we go. So what do we think is going to happen this time? He comes flying past us. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I could look up some of these numbers and see what's happening. They're certainly pulling away from that second group. The second group now, if you look, is 40 seconds. See down here, we've got that 40 to 41 second piece. Navarro, Lingle, Mendoza, Guthrie. So that group is at 51, and they're actually catching Dallaire's group. All right, let's see what happens here. We zoom out just a little bit. Trying to work out how they do this. It's very, very interesting. Fowler riding at the back. So Hagstrom's doing a lot of work at the front, I'm noticing, as was Parento. Let's see, Matt Bourne coming to the front now. Let's see if he stays in the front. Is he trying to save his energy? Yeah, he's letting Parento go. So Matt Bourne is not doing a lot of work on the front. They're doing enough to be able to pull away as a group. This is a strong enough group to pull away. Heaton again on the front now. So the secret, I think, is to say, okay, well, who's got the numbers? Obviously, Bourne has the numbers. But then who is going to be doing enough work at the front that we're going to be going, yeah, too much, guys. Let's see. Looks like Hagstrom's trying to do this thing again. So Hagstrom, we saw him do this on both of the first 2 laps, actually. Not quite as early as this. I think on the first lap, didn't Hagstrom go up the hill like I did second time round? And then on the second time, Hagstrom went right around here, actually. I think it was as we start to go towards this bridge that's coming up. Yeah, this bridge just here. Hagstrom actually went at that point, and the group was able to bring him back. Now, here goes Matt Bourne. Interesting. Is that an actual attack, or is that just testing the group by going up the hill a little bit more quickly? They're on a 1% gradient at the moment. Honestly, I think if I'm Matt Bourne, unless I'm feeling very confident, I'm not wanting to put my nose in the wind here too much. We'll see what happens. Round they go. Let's see what's going on back in the second group. We're still all together. Yeah, 4 of them together. Oh, they've caught them. They've caught them. So this group is now, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's a big group. This is like a little mini peloton here. But the leading group of 5, I think, are gone, aren't they? They're 46 seconds ahead now. So had I been able to keep going, I would have wanted to have been in that first group. But honestly, when they came through for that sprint, that was the move I was trying to get in, and that was when my stomach gave up and I knew I couldn't do it. So, okay, interesting. All right, well, let's get up to the front again. Who's off the front here? Someone's going up the front. It is Hagstrom. Going off on his own. Let's see what the numbers are like here. Little bit of a gap. Is that a second or 2? Doesn't look like that's going to make a huge amount of difference. Especially, this is what Hagstrom did last time, just attacked over the top of the bridge, down the other side. I don't think there's a huge amount of value in this. Having seen a few of these races today, I think if we just look briefly around and see, look, there they are. They're just straight caught up again. And it's Parento doing the work. I think Parento's doing too much work there. Is now attempting to go. Hagstrom, actually, is he going to slip back into the slipstream here, or is he going to let them go? No, they've slowed down again now, so. But look, Bourne letting Heaton do the work. That's how you do it. 45 seconds now to that big second group. So they're obviously not going to come back, I don't think, unless everyone here blows up. Still, interesting. I'd like to think that maybe I caused this split by going crazy up the hill. I didn't mean to go crazy up the hill. I was just trying to distance Matt Bourne. Just didn't have it in it. Didn't have the legs today. Didn't have the stomach today. It's very, very bad. All right, so we're coming through the town centre, past the town hall, then onto the cobbles for the last time. After that, we are going to be doing the big leg snapper hill, and I think that's where the fireworks are going to begin. So, got about 10 minutes left in this race. And 47 seconds now to that second group. There's a big old second group as well. They're going to lap people. The next person that's up ahead is actually me. I'm 9 minutes 50 behind now because I'm not cycling. I'm still on the road, so they'll be able to cycle right past me in a minute. Here we go, right through the centre of town. Lots of people out enjoying the lovely alpine air and the beautiful Innsbruck course, 2018 World Championships. This is where Alejandro Valverde won. Did very well, attacked up a hill. No one else really could go with him. I think he ended up in a group of 4, was it, and won the sprint from that. Very impressive. Okay, so we're still following Hagstrom here. I'm just going to pull out a little bit. Who do we think is going to go hard up this hill? Is Hagstrom going to go hard up the hill? I think he might. So let us follow someone who's done a lot of work, which is Parento. We're going to follow Parento and just see what happens here. So Fowler is, as we've been saying, a good climber. Hagstrom has been attacking. Bourne likes to be at the front. Heaton and Parento are the ones that I'm kind of nervous about here, just for their perspective. So let's have a look, see what goes up. We're going around the corner, off the cobbles for the last time, round the corner, over the bridge, and then we're going to go up the leg snapper for the last time. Here we go. Now, someone is dropping back here. Who's dropped back? Fowler, who I thought was the strongest. Oh, Parento's going. Parento's going to go. Interesting stuff here. Let's have a look. Parento's going up the hill. Is anyone going to be able to follow? Is he going to put the big numbers in? He's putting out 4.8. Hagstrom 4.9. Heaton 4.7. Hagstrom now putting up to 6.1. Parento doing it as well. Anyone catching? No, he's standing. They're coming here. Well, someone had an aero helmet trying to use that up the hill. What they are trying to do is they are trying to get rid of Matt Bourne, but Matt Bourne is going. Matt Bourne is holding with them. Fowler is the one who's being dropped of all the people, the strongest climber. But he's strong on those big, big hills. Matt Bourne now doing a sprint. You can see him at the back spinning those wheels, but not getting anywhere. It's like a hamster spinning those wheels. They've actually slowed down a bit now, and if this, halfway up the hill, this has any effect at all, it means that they've lost Fowler. I think Fowler is now out of it. Now, can they get the elastic to snap on Matt Bourne? There is a definite gap there, but Bourne's coming back. Who's going to the top now? Heaton's going. Can anyone go with him? Hagstrom. Matt Bourne is going, and I think Parento is paying for that time at the front. They're almost at the top now, and we can see Heaton is going to go over the top in first. I think we're going to see Heaton over the top first. There he goes. Let's just have a quick look. Are they going to follow him? Is he going to get some speed up on the way down here? Now, what has he got? He's got to put the power on at this point. He's at 2 watts per kilo. No, you've got to put the power on here. You've got to get the speed going and be able to pull away. He's got some 2 seconds now on Hagstrom. 4 seconds to Bourne, only 3 actually. Bourne, of course, has the great sprint. There is the sprint coming up downhill. Okay, he just briefly got the super tuck just for a second, and the other 3 of them are behind. I think Fowler is now out of it. The winner is going to come from these 4. There he goes, bending down. Look at him, Heaton. That magnificent beard. That's right, Sam. Magnificent beard. Thank you, Mr. Heaton. Okay, you've got Parento, Bourne, and Hagstrom who are chasing. We're going to keep looking back here and see if they're going to catch up. Looks like Parento's actually got something left in the tank here. Now, this is this second little rise that they're going to go up here. Almost over the top of it. And we'll swing around and see them back again. They're going to come around the corner. What's the gap? 3 seconds. 3 seconds over the top there for Heaton. Definitely going for it. I mean, this is all in, but when you look at those numbers, 2.4 watts per kilogram now, 1.6, 1.3, this is not magnificent stuff. This is a 3-second lead. Don't forget, over the top of this hill, last time I had a 6-second lead. Matt Bourne just caught me, like, without even any effort at all. I think they're going to catch up now. Parento, Hagstrom, and Bourne still together there. Coming in now for the sprint. They're down to... It's still 3 seconds. He's holding it, but I think I can see Matt Bourne starting to make a move. Let's have a quick look back here and see if we can see them catching. There they go. This is back in the Bourne group now. And viewing from above. Don't really want to see that. So they've got to try now. They're coming up to the sprint. Here we go. They're into just 2 seconds now, is it? Are they going to sprint or are they saving it? This is interesting. They are not sprinting this. They are not sprinting this. Very interesting. For the first time, they're about to come right past me, actually. I'm standing here at the side of the road in just a moment. Matt Bourne going. They are saving this. Matt Bourne's doing a little bit of work to try and catch up to Heaton. I wonder if these are signs of people being too tired. I still cannot surely see Heaton being up there on his own. Give him a run. Thumbs up as they go past. There they go. So, Heaton now, 7 seconds. This might be it. This might be the decisive move. At this point, Matt Bourne may not be coming back. Hagstrom and Parento are just tracking him. Bourne is at the front, not doing a whole lot here to catch up Heaton. Heaton is putting out larger numbers. He's putting out 2.8. Bourne's putting out 2.3. Let's go back to Heaton. There he is. Looking pretty good at this point. And we'll spin around and see what the gap is. It's substantial. It is 8 seconds, 9 seconds as they come around the last corner. Now, as I've been saying, this sprint is longer than you think. 9 seconds at this point you'd think probably would be enough. There's about a mile or so to go. And they're going to come up round a little corner here, and it's a very slight uphill drag. It's like a false flat. And then they come with a little left turn, and then I think that's the end of it. So very, very interesting. Have they given up? Have the guys at the back given up? Surely Matt Bourne hasn't. He's putting out larger numbers now, but it's not going to be enough at this point. There they are behind. Heaton's putting out 3 now. Heaton might be starting to tie up here. 3.2, 3.6. Nope, still going, which is encouraging for everyone else. Give them all ride on as they go past. 9 seconds to Bourne. I think this may be it. This may be the game over. Are we going to see the end of it right here? We're coming up to... Again, there's always a little bit more to go than you think. We've still got maybe half a mile to go. Ooh, keep expecting Bourne to sprint and it's just not happening. If we go back to the Bourne group, what's going on back there? Anything at all? No, they're just riding as a group. So what happened was that Heaton went over the top on his own, and these guys have not got enough left in the tank to be able to deal with it. Very, very interesting the way that worked out. And Heaton with great numbers. These guys are now sprinting for second place, I think. 12 seconds, that's it. They've given up. I think this is it now. Let's go back to Heaton. It's coming up round the corner for the final time. Still putting out some good numbers, but nothing amazing. He's got his aero helmet right there to give him a little bit of a boost as he comes into the finish. And I think we are going to see a fairly comfortable win in the end. The sprint for second place is going to be good, and I suspect it'll be Matt Bourne who takes it. But it looks like these guys have been worn out a lot more than probably we thought they would be. Very interesting race. I wish I'd have had the stomach to be able to go with it today. Maybe next week will be a good week for it. Anyway. All right. So I think we've got Heaton coming up to the finish line here. We're going to go quick back and see what's happening with this sprint. We've got Parento coming in for second at this point. And here comes Hagstrom sprinting for third. Bourne is out of it. Bourne is totally gone. And here we go with a van power-up being used. Still a little way to go, but not much. Who's it going to be? And we see Parento. Hagstrom takes second. Parento third. Matt Bourne is fourth. And Alex Fowler, who was distanced, is going to become fifth on his own, probably, at this point. Wow. Amazing stuff. Well, very good, guys. I've never quite commentated on a race like that before. It's thoroughly enjoyable. Well done, everyone.